comfortably inside the $7,500 per month range, and all really, really fantastic, awesome things. And so what I want to know now is like, where's your joy inside? Like, where do you find that? Where's your joy live inside of your practice when you're working with your clients? What do you love to serve and support them with?
I love to help empower them to just live into their truest, fullest potential, and just to change their mindset, working. That was one of the most profound things for me with the collective, is really learning myself I think I've been asked before, like, what are you most proud of? And I'm most proud of my own personal growth and going deep and learning how to be more present, right? That was so profound for me. And so now I really find that work with others so fulfilling, to help them become more present and really like listen to themselves and trust themselves and live into their best version.
So learning to trust themselves, learning to really listen to themselves. And have you found yourself gravitating towards a certain type of person, a person with a certain psychodemographic, we can call it?
Well, it's interesting because
a certain type of person.
It ends up with the school contracts that I was doing. The people who were signing up most for coaching were the leaders. So I have found a huge joy, because they're a lot of times especially if they're the ones signing up for coaching in a growth mindset. So I've also found great joy in working with that population of people,
with leaders inside of the school, and
which is kind of where I would like to go with my bigger contracts, is like this contract with the healthcare organization, the CEO. It wasn't the hospital, this bigger one that he asked me to do. It was offices. He has like several offices, and he also does the home health area here. This was going to be more of a top-down kind of model, where I would go in and like help coach the leaders first, and then like change culture in the whole organization. And that's kind of where I'm heading, I think.
Well, I love that you're getting practice in so many of these different areas, because for me, that's what I always see it as, is like this, everything is, right? That's why we call it a practice as nurse coaches and as nurses, right? It's practicing to be able to improve and to go to ultimately where you want to end up. And I think that's fantastic that like leaders are gravitating towards you inside the school system, and you're getting comfortable working with them. Because for me, what I found is I used to kind of put people who were in leadership on a certain pedestal, and, in working with them, what we realize is they're people, right? They're people, they're humans with, normal problems, but, and that can really impact their work. And so I think it's so great that you're working with leaders inside the school, to be able to, help them elevate so they can like have that top-down approach. And then, but you also have your eye on the longer vision of like where it is that you also want to go to, because I think that probably excites you and, gets you ramped up and fired up and continuing to do what you do.
I mean, I guess the thought that came to me when you said that was, just going to I went to the hospital, I did like a free wellness visit thing, or wellness festival that they had. And I went and sat with my coaching table and talk about nurse coaching. And again, and of course I know some of these people. I used to work at the hospital for 20 years, but the HR director came through, and I was like, hey, come on over, let's have a conversation. And she was like, oh yeah, what are you up to? And so I was telling her about what I was, some of the stuff, and she wanted to see what my proposal looked like too. So just, that networking is so important, and just putting yourself out there, right? Like,
yes. Yeah. I'm so happy for you. I want to say proud, but I'm really happy for you that you have.
It means a lot to hear you say that, really.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your program. So
what I really want to appreciate is that you've kind of taken everything that you've learned and you've just ran with it. You've unleashed it in like your own very creative way.